invited to this meeting, but much of our conversation has been about you. It's only fitting you should join us. I will personally guarantee your safety as long as you come in peace.
And think of it as a ceasefire meeting. You're one shot at getting those answers you must desperately want. Let's just say they're very dedicated to stopping me from getting the artifacts. So if you don't trust me, well...
I know your encounters with our kind have not been pleasant, but we are here to talk, and you deserve answers.
Good. See? Hello. Again. Do you remember the emissary, perhaps? And their ship, the Helix? I believe they ambushed you above Neon and demanded that artifact you worked so hard to gain.
Thank you for the stellar introduction. Your success is unprecedented. Before you came, we were just discussing how continued use of force against you is unwise. Yes, we did. We are not a monolithic people. The Starborn are individuals. Some are united in cause. Others...
We are all in it for ourselves. Some of us are just more honest. The emissary threatened your ship, demanded you hand over your artifact. How is that so different from what I did?
We needed to warn you off. Every encounter with one of our kind could spell disaster.
For whom, exactly? I say whoever can collect them should. Yes. Let's talk about what really matters.
The Unity. You are on the path to it. It is a place, a gateway. It is where we were reborn.
You've really come a long way since the Welcome to Constellation speech, haven't you? I'm not who you think I am. This universe is only the first one you've been to. I've seen hundreds. Where I came from, I was the one who stayed at the lodge to protect the artifacts. You died on board the Eye while we held off the Hunter.
One of me, at least.
I collected the remaining artifacts, and they opened the way to the center of my universe, and the doorway to an infinite number of others. That is the Unity. When I stepped into it, I became a Starborn. It's how I've entered other worlds, including yours. I have to. This is bigger than all of us. All the artifacts are needed to complete the armillary and open the way to the Unity. In every universe, the Starborn fight over them. Innocent people die. You've witnessed the power granted by the temples, the anarchy that can be unleashed. Someone has to decide who should get them.
Here it comes. The emissary tells you only the worthy should enter.
You're twisting what I mean.
They're hypocrites. They use the chaos caused by the hunt for the artifacts to establish an order where they decide who's worthy. I attacked your lodge because I wanted the artifacts, and you held me off. You got away. That wasn't some morality play. You didn't survive because of righteousness. You won because of persistence, luck, and skill. As I have done.
I was also human once. But what does it matter who or what I was when eternity is within your grasp? It means I've seen thousands of universes, collected their artifacts, been to their temples. You have a small taste of their power, but it keeps going. You're learning. My other self wants you to walk the path he walks, to give up, to appreciate. Easy for a person who's seen everything, done everything. I think you should see it for yourself.
You've never come this far. Not in all the universes I've seen. The path to the Unity is opening to you.
You're going to tip the scales one way or another. Better your hand be on one of our sides.
You're already in it. With artifacts, come Starborn searching for them. I want a truce between all three of us. Give you some time to think over which approach to the Unity is the one you want. Mine, or the Hunters.
Yes. Let's see how willing you are to live under someone else's rules. Just remember.
I'm sure you have more questions. Ask. I know you're not. I'll tell you everything I can. When all the artifacts are assembled, the device they create is called the Armillary. In many ways, it's a model of the multiverse itself. Through it, you can reach the Unity. And from there, you can become Starborn. Different. I never know who you are when I meet a new version, but so much of you stays the same. It's hard, but each universe is precious in its own way. Mine will never have its original you in it again, as yours won't have its real me. You've seen the terror the Hunter causes. Every time a Starborn goes through the Unity, they get more artifacts, find more temples, gain more power. We can't let more like him abuse these gifts to destroy whatever's in their way. It's not an easy experience to describe, but the Unity will speak to you, offer you the chance to become Starborn. You will be leaving this universe behind to be reborn. Everything you... Maybe that's why it offers the choice. Compassion? Or is it testing us?
The Unity is meant for whomever can get there. The Emissary and their kind, only they enter the Unity, take artifacts from others, employ force. All the things I do. I am many things, but I would never tell anyone what to do with their gifts. That is your decision, not someone else's. The Emissary wants to become the judge of who gets to enter, but the Unity itself doesn't judge. To see what would happen, of course. You might not understand just how many times I've done this. Usually, you're the one who ends up dead, and whoever cries over your body goes on to become the Emissary. Sometimes I manage to get you all bunched up and take care of the problem in one go. Sometimes the Emissary has gotten to me first, and I never arrive. Hundreds and hundreds of variations of me, hacking through Constellation. And it's almost never you. You making it to your ship on your own. It's new. I took it as a sign. I don't get many of those anymore. I've simply found that it's the quickest way. Talking, forming alliances, waiting for the right moment to commit theft. I'll admit, you getting away has been the most interesting thing to happen. As soon as I realized what had happened, I knew I needed to wait until this meeting. No, we always end up having this meeting at this time. But it's the usual affair. Can we make peace? No. Oh, how tragic. Honestly, I was beginning to wonder why I kept tending. And it's a bad habit I started a long time ago. But you have provided something quite new to talk about. Maybe you're a random die roll. Whoever created the artifacts and built those temples is playing a game with us. One whose... there are no rules. Whoever gets all the pieces wins. I don't kill for the Unity.
Before you leave, I want to give you something. A way to another artifact, but also a lesson in how dangerous they can be. Seek the moon of Old Earth. There are secrets there you must discover for yourself. Here, to open the way. Yes, I will. I do not always know if you are a person I should be helping. I have also found that advice is a poor substitute for experience. You should also talk to your colleagues in Constellation. I am sure they have gathered more information on the remaining... Part of me wonders what they will all say about what you have learned.
Would you look at that? This place is something else. Smell that? I would bottle that up if I could. Musty old books, a bit of motor oil, and history.
Hey, I've been talking with the others, and I'd like to get everyone together. To say goodbye. You know. To Sarah. Thank you. I'll have everything set up in a few...
I thought maybe I would come up with something to say, but I've got nothing. So, instead, I thought I would quote something that gave me comfort a long time ago. Is God real? The more proper question would be, is reality divine? Existence itself is a mystery which yearns to be uncovered. What is goodness but a comparison to the good? What is existence but a participation in being? For where the diversity of the universe inspires awe and wonder, it exists only in contrast to a simplicity so pure that it may only be understood as primordial and even divine. Our essence is what was imagined by its mind, but what we consider imagining and what we consider mind are in fact so far beyond our understanding that even these metaphors are like the tiny whitecaps on a massive searching sea. There's more, but those are the parts that speak to me the most. Thank you.
That was really thoughtful, Mateo. Thank you. Does anyone else want to say anything? Thank you. If anyone else wants to say something.
I don't often speak about what I believe in. It seems so redundant with how I live. But death is one of those occasions where it's hard not to look inward. Our friend is gone. There's no afterlife, or second meetings. No God in heaven that is curating a perfect ending for him. So it's up to us. We are what lives on. If the pain of loss inspires us to greater action, then that is the good that comes from it. Humanity is what truly creates our world. We are the ones that judge things to be good or evil, joyful. Let's take responsibility. Let us remember.
Everyone is in mourning.
Walter, are you
I...
part of the House of Enlightenment? I never knew that.
I have seen death. I have lost people I can... I am not sure I am making sense. Thank you. If you are... I am sorry. My head is swimming.
Chat for a bit? Normally, You don't believe in the afterlife, do you?
all might not
I mean,
like
this might be the
thinking
worst
about
time.
this, but when we die, everything about us breaks
Yes.
down.
Won't we all?
Decomposes.
Well,
It's eaten up by insects
I've taken
and
up-
microbes. Or due to the lack of a biosphere, we are simply carried away
It almost
by
feels
space and time.
wrong to be
They'll
grieving.
Sizzle in a distant sun's corona, or get pulled in some gravitational field and coalesce
Yes.
with other debris.
We don't have a way of
Not
knowing
comfortable
whether we
now.
really touched the departed with our grief.
Do you know what I find uncomfortable? The thought that after
It's just
I die,
easier to feel
the
guilt,
universe
if
is
you'll
just
excuse
going
me.
to stand still forever. Could you imagine?
Ah,
Fact is
yes.
that the universe
I
goes
remember
on.
you. I wish the
Life goes on.
circumstances of...
That things do not just sit still. That right there is the comfort that I need.
Yes, of course. Unfortunately, this isn't the first constellation funeral I've been to.
But the universe
I hope you
doesn't
don't
care.
mind me saying,
Not because
but
it's
I feel
true,
numb
but
just
because
thinking
it's
about it.
infinite. Ever
Sarah meant the
expanding.
world to me.
And who wouldn't want to be a part of infinity? Even if it's just for a
Exactly the
short
same
while.
as when you met her, I bet.
We don't worry
Determined.
about ourselves before we get
Fearless.
bored, do we?
With just a small...
course not.
My only problem as a
emerged from
mentor
a universe
was
as
trying
we
to
return
convince
to
her
it.
to be more
One
tactful.
beautiful moment, we are here
Oh, yes.
together.
I was Sebastian Banks's
Yes, that certainly was
Knew him,
an interesting
argued with
perspective,
him.
Barrett.
tried. Sebastian will be back tomorrow. We always used to say. Yes. She could make. I bet relation. It makes the loss.
You know, what you're feeling never seems to work for me. I wrote the book on them. The 10 Stages of Grief by A. Barrett. You know, If there's one piece of advice I can actually give you, it's that one day you'll be sweeping out some old shelf or digging through a desk, and there it'll... Theoretically, of course. You're welcome.
I hope this is all okay. Between fixing things up and sending out messengers. I haven't really been sleeping much. Good. Sorry, if I talk any longer, I'm gonna start crying.
Hi. Is talking supposed to make us... What's the point? I just feel like I want to be a million light years away from everyone. I
am reminded of how different constellation works compared to what I am used to. This is harder than I expected. I am reminded of how different constellation works.
Is it quieter in the lodge, or is it just me? I guess it's good to be in fashion. You know, there's an old Aquila story about two pioneers who got lost trying to find a new front. One of them takes ill. Clear he's not gonna make it. He turns to his partner and says, "Don't bury me. I'd rather be a ghost chasing after you than walk through the pearly gates knowing an eternity of loneliness until you get there." Sad story, huh? You look after yourself.
Drink? Pour one out to the blackest sea? Two old friends. May their ghosts go past the edges of space, to the great beyond. Aye.
Oh, hi. Yeah, I know. She said that to me like 1,000 times. It's just that I feel so alone. With Sarah, it was like starting a family again. Now she's gone. It's not the same. Sarah was... I really don't want to go through this again. I can't believe... Really? You mean it? Hey, thanks for talking to me. I'm actually... maybe I'm not so...
I am told these types of gatherings are No, I don't. I'm programmed to analyze sensory. I appreciate you verifying my analysis. Although, if you would like though, I can add some consoling. It will take some time to adapt, but I will note that feedback for later.
I wanted to thank you for giving me the chance to work with you. You seem to be acclimating well to constant. It is certainly a less normal experience. You have certainly become a vital part of the organization. If I may, from what you have seen, do you think I fit in? Perhaps, but it is still important to me. I feel as though I would like to feel that I am a valued member of the organization. But I have not shared much, but everyone knows I worked with smugglers. I know. For those that have not lived it, it can be difficult to imagine or Vladimir is the only one here who can begin to understand. He was the one. I lack his charm. That is kind of you. You also have a lot going. I find expressing affection difficult, but truly. Thank you. I know this seems trivial, perhaps childish. I have just, by a group, I wish. Thank you. Discussing these things is challenging for me. I wanted to thank you for not saying anything to Vlad. I know that you said you wouldn't, but it is still a relief. Indeed it was. And now I hope you can see why. Thank you for talking this over with me. Yes? I'm at your side. Did you need something? I am always willing to... Right. I will not quite enjoy New Atlantis, but this is much better.
Mateo told us about your pilgrim's voyage.
You found it, didn't you? The meaning of unity. Wait, say that again? Multiple universes?
You can't possibly mean what I think you mean.
Hate to be the responsible one, but the big bombshell of what we're actually building here might need another second to sink in. Want to go over this whole multiple universe thing for everyone?
Yes, I wouldn't mind a little more.
Explains why the Starborn want the artifact so bad. Get them all, and you've got a gateway to infinity.
I don't even want to think about the physiological changes you'd need to travel between universes.
Plus what it would do to the mind? Enlightenment? Or oblivion? Like the Hunter.
You have the opportunity to reach the closest thing to your god that might exist. And you're second-guessing it?
One doesn't approach the afterlife without some trepidation. You're right. We have to see the Unity for ourselves.
You know it. Now, once everyone's head stops spinning from all of this, we can get back to work.
Not to make a sharp turn in a grand tale, but I got the eye fixed up. Bruised, but still blinking. Let me know when you're ready to follow up on what it's seen.